Today I'll speak about science fiction. What do you think of science fiction? Or what is science fiction? So you should know that science fiction is a new genre in literature, especially fiction. It advances with the progress of science and technology. Without science, we can't think of science fiction, though we can ride on the unbounded imagination and fantasy on the wings of scientific thread. However thin and feeble its course may be, science fiction is a new literary phenomenon, entirely novel in its approach. It has distinct philosophy which differentiates it from other literary genre. It is interwoven around the thread of science and technology, and also scientific imagination, sometimes around scientific fantasy. In science fiction, we have all the ingredients of literary fiction, like plot construction, dialogue, characterization, emotions, literary style, etc. But literary fiction is based on experience of the person he has gone through. The experience he gets from interacting with each other and society. Sometimes fiction is not based on the person that he has acquired expertise, but contrary to it, on the imagination based on science or the futuristic experiences. Therefore, the platform of the science fiction is futuristic. Its plot setting is futuristic. All the experience we collect through futuristic vision. While writing science fiction, we imagine what will happen, what may happen, or what might happen. See the difference between may and might. And there is only a minute difference between these terms. Or in other words, what is possible or what might be possible, or what is less possible. Science fiction is based more on plausibility rather than possibility. Sometimes it dives in the least likely or in the realm of fantasy. But it should have a feeble thread of science and technology. Science fiction may be fantasy fiction, but the opposite is not true. Or fantasy fiction can't be science fiction. With unbounded imagination, we call it science fantasy. With the advances in science and technology, we begin to think of possibility in the event happening. Though we can also go to the past, or we should use future technology as a time machine will be built in the future. Then we can hope to go into the past. Not only can we travel in the past, but interact with it. We can make alternate history or solve the mysteries of the past also. With modern science and technology, society has been changing very fast. And every invention and discovery has changed the world. Everybody knows how with the invention of electricity, every home, every street has been lighted and changed the world. How invention of the computer and later the internet has changed the whole society. With the arrival of the first test tube baby, how the concept of giving birth to a baby in a natural way has changed. Genetic engineering is changing the world very fast. Now we can begin to think of a designer baby having the trait as we wish. So science fiction is about the changes in future visualized earlier. The changes perceived earlier give to a new brand curiosity. The success in human cloning gives a new brand curiosity. How will the man react to the new changes? Cloning will vastly change our society. Men will not need a woman to give birth to a child and vice versa. The family has no meaning. Both men and women can develop their own society. A society where only a woman lives. Death of the person has no meaning, as the person memory will be stored in a computer, or a person will extend his life to hundreds of the years, or a dead person becomes alive by the process of cloning, his replica. So, science fiction not only satisfied your curiosity, but deals with the changes. Changes is an essential part of the science fiction. And science fiction deals with the human responses to the changes in society.